Yeah, that is fun. Running into new problems. My... You know, I've had a fixed position where my camera is before. That I had set up in virtual motion capture. And I loaded the program as usual. I started it up. I loaded into ACC. Put my overlays up. And then calibrated my position. And for some reason, it positioned me... The camera position was off. It was showing me from a side view or something. And it was for all my presets. It just lost its concept of space and time, effectively. And it's like, yeah, great. That's awesome. I love having that. So what we're using today is we're using the no, I'm not late. I'm actually 2 minutes early. For my stream start at least. I mean, there's 2 minutes left in the practice session. This isn't great, but no one is here. There's 4 people on the grid. This is just pain, Dayo. This is just pain. Right, lower the spring range. That's the main thing we need to do. Otherwise this car decides to implode on itself. Yeah, who needs 200 spring range on the rear? We need 30. it's like it is that broken, this car. On the default setup. And this isn't because I'm mid-maxing the car, this is because it's genuinely undrivable on those settings. I will say this very clearly. I'm not min-maxing. I'm just making this thing damn drivable at all. But yeah, howdy. Oh, I forgot to switch the TC on. Oh boy. I mean, at least it's not a week since I last drove in the sim, but... Oh god, I'm definitely feeling still like the grandma here. But yeah, my virtual motion capture decided to brick itself. So I was effectively forced to use their front preset, which doesn't allow me to zoom up, which is why my model is this far up on the screen compared to usual. I guess you can see more of my model, but yeah, all of my presets decided that it wanted to show a side view of me instead of the front view that it was correctly configured for. It just lost the concept of space and time for some reason. I've literally not updated the software. Maybe updated Steam VR. Definitely updated Windows. All my homies hate Windows, they boot into Linux. On a fun note, I did on a whim decide to install... I mean, I've been playing quite a bit of Trackmania on Linux, but been building some tracks, but I did decide on a whim to install GT2 from my own disk. I did have to download the no CD patch, but besides that, the game... I haven't tried, obviously, wheels or anything. I've tried driving on a controller. I didn't have much time, actually, last night to play really with it. I literally just did driving tests and did the acceleration tests. I just tested it hey, this thing works. Also, my controller has a stupid amount of dead zone in the center. It does have an option to turn the dead zone off because it's a Qualy kit controller. But usually I don't turn that thing off because even though everybody pretends that Hall effect sensors don't have, drift. yeah, they don't get damaged over time, perhaps, but like they don't inherently get. They still have like zeroing issues. They're not 100% accurate. You can't 100% trust the values that they give you. You have to be careful with that stuff. Hello? I just stole the car. Sure. I think it doesn't have a double clutched, doesn't have a DCT, like, I mean, it should have a DCT, but like, doesn't have an anti-stall like the GT3R version of the car. Or the GT4, I think, also has the anti-stall system. I'm not too sure. Still, the funniest that the Maserati has that anti-stall system. But yeah, I did install GTR 2. Dumped the contents of my own CD, and then downloaded the no CD patch from Race Department. Sorry, it's not Race Department, it's Overtake GG now. I did find that out. The site looks hideous now. Like, I mean, Race Department was an okay looking site before, but like, probably if you use dark theme it looks fine. But it's the classic case of like, we turned the light theme into just white. I mean, I shouldn't judge too hard. I actually use KDE Plasma in the light theme, which is technically just white, but like, yeah, it was. The thing is, there's no Lutris preset for it, but I just selected what is it? I just selected manual install, selected the executable for doing it, the setup executable, and I told it to install and use the preset for Windows XP 32-bit. Because I do remember from like Windows 7 that the game ran into problems because the save data is in the game folder. And that the game would struggle to retain permission over it. So you had to run it in administrator mode at the time. Not sure that is even an issue really, but like it just... It installed into the wine prefix perfectly fine. I did have to download the... I did have to obviously download the new CD patch because otherwise it would complain that there's no CD. You could launch the dedicated server, and funnily enough, Lutris per default link to the dedicated server, the shortcut that generated. That was easy to change. It is so funny when you exit the game, it's like, you want to return to Windows, and it's like, no. No, but you have no idea what you're running on. What cursed contraption you are in. Oh yeah, I shall see, perhaps, if I find time, but I can push more with it. Well, I have heard this game does, I guess, struggle a bit with having multiple controllers. Which does be also an issue in general. And Linux, not because the controllers aren't detected, but because of these controllers, when they're being pipelined into games, the games get a bit confused about that. Because sometimes they get the names for the controllers, sometimes they don't. At least ACC could get itself confused over it. I did experiments with it. Okay, my championship rival has also turned up. Man. It's a paradox. If it annoys me enough, I just open H-top and kill it that way. Just kill the process manually. So I don't have to exit the windows. I mean, maybe in somewhere in the localization files you can perhaps edit it. That would be a hilarious mod. Just changing it to like... No, you exiting to Linux. Oh man, I'm out of pole position immediately again. I'm definitely not going too fast, but like my rear tires are cooking. Yeah, so much time on this lap. It's gonna get halfway interesting against the main rivals. Yeah, I did note that my main championship rival has turned up finally. Although he has not placed a time yet. Oh, I had a really slow exit there. Didn't step on the throttle in time. Everybody and their mum is challenging me right now for pole position besides him. I'm expecting him to just jump me then by miles. I'm like that off the pace. Didn't think I was. I mean, I did say that I had like a lot of lap time there. Oh, very sideways out of there. I've in 2 laps moved my goalpost by a second down. Right, this is the final lap. The people that have challenged me so far are not on the track anymore. A few other people are still, obviously. And we've had enough surprises here in this qualifying session. Okay, one other person remaining, and that's my championship rival even. Expecting him to not go down without putting a lap in. Sure fam, just move me down by... Out-qualified me, despite me improving by so much. Turns up late, still fucking beats me in qualifying. Great, awesome. It's like... It was obvious when I had to defend against the nobodies in the midfield that I wasn't gonna go here anywhere. Oh yeah, right, we don't have pit stops. I mean, it's not like I'm in a bad championship position. He had a really shit round at... what is this called? I mean, I know I was shooting myself in the foot with my tire pressures. Actively. Yeah, rear ride was toasty there. .6 liters per lap. Oh, I think the car's fine now. So we just need to do the fuel muff. Oh yeah, Fab, you weren't here when I mentioned this already, but like I did yesterday afternoon. It's on a whim decided to dump my my DVD. It's not CD, it's a DVD of GT2 and install it. And despite that there's no Lutris script for it, you can search for it, it shows up, you press on it, like you don't get anything. Not even R-Factor, not even GTL 1 or any of the other games, as far as I can see. But it worked. It worked without issues. Just made a wine prefix for Windows XP, 32-bit, and it just worked. I mean, I haven't tried passing my wheel in or anything fancy like that. I just tried to get the game to run. It's like I played on the controller and had like only time for just testing the straight lines training test, and like only part of it. just seeing if it works. If it doesn't, yeah, it do be like that. 57 57 divided by 60 plus 1. What the fuck? Calculator, why the hell did you just drop an input on me? Plus 1. 1.95. 35 divided by memory recall. Okay, that's just under 18 lamps. Let's take 20. 20 times 2.6. That's 56. Not 56, 52. I'm gonna take 60. Just to be on the safe side. Right. Right. Temperatures have actually gone down a bit. Right. Okay then. That should be enough.
30 seconds.
Fresh towel on the car. Ignition, starter. And then we have to beat this guy again. I mean, if I finish behind him, it's for once in a while fine. There is, after this round, if we have, I think in the championship, what is it, 15 points ahead of him right now? Although they're using F1 points, so, yeah, I mean, finishing behind him does incur some sort of penalty for me.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs. Green light. Go, go, go.
He did not get any acceleration there. He stood still there at the start.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I don't think that's BOP, but it is definitely weird because it's not just that he reacted slowly, he just didn't get any drive in the higher gears either. Which makes it very strange. He does close up a lot in the corners to me. But I have so much better launches out of corners. Jesus. With how much he's losing in the straights, I'm not sure if he has a pedal problem or something. I mean, lap time wise is down, but like, you would expect the car to be BOP that badly slow. I mean, it's KTM. Fair enough, I guess.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And he did the stupid. That makes my life a lot easier. I'm sorry, but like, you came from so nowhere that it's lap fucking 2. I know you probably want to get by me and you have better braking, but Jesus Christ. Oh, wait a moment. Because you barely had any overlap, I would have beaten you anyway out of the corner, that this was not gonna work as an overtake. Ever. So that's round 1. At least he's dead now. I mean, he's still obviously in the race, but like, at least he's not right behind me in my gearbox. I mean, I have the other guy now, but like, we shall see if he can actually drive cleaner. Or if we can, you know, start outpacing him slowly. I thought I did outqualify him by more. But yeah, that's just... I'm gonna look at it afterwards, but I'm pretty sure he just came out of nowhere for me. Like, I wasn't... Like, the thing is, it's me. I'm not gonna risk it usually to turn in on someone, right? If someone sends it, I usually try to avoid having a collision. I mean, I might be a bit slow today because I'm tired. I'm really damn exhausted. And the fun part is having an exam tomorrow morning at 8:30 AM. I have to get up at 6:30. It's fun stuff. Not the end of the world. So I might be a bit slow in my reaction time to respond to someone doing something stupid that could threaten my race. Yeah, definitely not. But I'm pretty sure still, like... Still, he wasn't gonna get the pass done there. It's just... The difference is that... Usually I would never left. Yes, as I said, like, the exam was at 8:30 in the morning. It's like... And today the exam was at 9 AM. I mean, I had the alarm also tuned to 6:30. I will probably sleep a bit better than last night, because... I did go early to bed last night due to a headache. Just usual things. Fortunately, I don't have my regular water bottle filled. I have only the screw capped one filled next to me. You can guess why, because I drank like so much water. And I was still at the verge of getting headaches today. It's like, hey buddy, could you... I know you probably are complaining about sleep deprivation, I don't know. But water is definitely like not the problem. Yeah, this is the second. I have one more tomorrow, and then I have all of them done. For the semester at least. Next semester starts then in... well, not next week, it's the week after. One more week than 3, and then just... I mean, at the beginning of the semester it usually isn't too grindy. I've been having them intermittent, like, since like Thursday last week. Like, there's a reason why I always have a water bottle on my desk. Oh fuck. Not trying anything stupid here, are you? Yeah, but I went to bed early last night. I woke up at like midnight roughly. And then wasn't able to fall asleep for the next at least 4 hours or so. Finally at some point passed out again. I mean, I was at least awake during the exam, which is like something. Although it was a relatively busy day. Was also at IKEA then afterwards with the ancient one. We didn't really buy much. The IKEA did not... It's not like a usual IKEA, although she has been to that one quite a few times. But yeah, we were really not particularly impressed by anything. We did find like a cute cat pillow. Like it was a pillow with like a cat face on it. With ears and everything. It was quite cute. But it did say that, oh yeah, it's in the kids section, you can pick up one. And like, we got to the kids section, there was none. Like, we didn't even see a space in the shelf or anything for one. They had the penguin pillow that they had also there, but like, it wasn't quite as cute. It's like somebody did a color of a penguin and then just slapped it onto a... and it just added depth to it. Like, it's not terrible, but it's like... You know, the cat one looked really cute. Oh yeah, they had small blowholes, but like... Not doing this again. That was a heavily judged when I got the big one. about 6 months ago, so yeah, go figure. Well, I have a wide selection already. I mean, there was funny stuff to look at in terms of other things, but like, I just ended up not really buying anything. I think she mainly wanted to go there for like storage options. And she did get some of what she wanted. Cool. And not storage options in the sense of shelves or stuff, but like she wanted to have something to put into like drawers. That was her main thing. She wanted to have some stuff to put into a drawer to keep parts apart that aren't laying in the drawer. That's the main thing. She didn't really get the one that she wanted that had very detailed selection options. They just didn't have anything for what she precisely needed. Man, if we were quite under pressure and there's actually another car joining to make this a freeway fight. Oh great, awesome. I really don't have pace tonight. It is very noticeable. And there's still 23 minutes to go, we're only like 12 minutes in. This is a long way to go still. And we do have decent straight lines. Oh, come on. Come on, shitbox, turn.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
So these two can battle each other now. Or not. The red one just passes the other one. Well, that's great. Don't think that's particularly positive for me. Choo choo choo, die Eisenbahn, wir will mit der Sicherheit alleine fahren, mag ich nicht. God. Car really isn't giving me much pace here tonight. And compared to Bathurst, people can actually drive the circuit, which is funny as hell. Because in some ways I would say the circuit is more difficult to drive than Bathurst. There's a bunch of curbs that can just send you to Nirvana. On the other hand, if you make a mistake, there's a bunch of grass there. You'll immediately hit a wall. I mean, I would probably prefer if it rained instead of just being overcast. Because the Porsche in the rain is obviously just a wonder weapon. I guess you just have traction. I do remember back to that 3-hour race. Gosh, 3 years ago at this point. That I did here at Nürburgring, where I had a disastrous start and ended up being a lap down before the rain hit, and then I drove all the way back up into P2 I was closing in on the leader, but I felt just a few laps short of being able to close down completely.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Okay. Why the fuck can these guys brake so much later than me? Like that's weird. Like I didn't brake early. And like it's not like he overshot the corner particularly hard. He gave the position back, which is nice. But that's really concerning for me. I'm running brake pads type 2 because I don't want to deal with temperature invariance. Although I could probably get away with the type 1s. Brakes. Well, also my wheel has just suddenly decided, hey, fan, max speed. Brrr. Not like it's doing anything particularly special, it's just sometimes randomly decides that it wants a fan running. Yeah, we have such low cornering speed, and like everyone else is just so much faster in the mid corners than us. We have a lot of straight line, but like that doesn't do much. And look at it, it's like I can't really afford braking any later than this. The car's already basically bound to overshoot at up one. It is desperately struggling to stop at up one.
We're at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Well, luckily in terms of championship implications, but I mean, he has taken out the fastest lap off us. And he is 10 seconds behind, so like I can't afford to make like a massive mistake. If possible, it is beneficial for me to avoid having an incident with anyone. I mean, luckily we don't need to defend too heavily. Main defense is just, you know, not being there when they try to outbreak us. Just look at it, he had such a better exit out of the corner, and then I step on the throttle and I'm just gone. Although, I mean, it could be that he actually had to lift off there because I was in the way. Ooh, that got close. Brake, come on. That's the thing, the car wants to really slide over all four tires constantly. They can just get away with more grip. It's this constant problem that I have, just driven probably to a logical extreme of my opponents just being able to have more grip than me. Like I'll genuinely. I see. been having also issues with an order that I probably need to hit up on. Because they did send me on the 14th, so 2 weeks ago at this point, a confirmation and a tracking number. And that's not Fanatec, by the way, that's Uvo Market, by the way. For another addition to my plushie collection, and a hoodie actually. 2 things I ordered. But yeah, I ordered those 2 items, and I did get a shipment confirmation. As I said, with tracking number on the 14th, and like, well, the UPS tracking number is showing that they have received the electronic information, but like, nothing has happened else. Like, that's the only thing that has happened to the package. With the order confirmation, but that's it. Oh god, he had such a better run there. And I have so much straight line speed! Yeah, the 4th gear there was just too high for me to have drive. But yeah, that... nothing happened. At least last time I checked, right? There's an order from Makeship, partial order arriving. I don't know if it's the Annie plushie or the Evil Neuro plushie. One of the 2. I was part of that order. There's another 2 plushies on Makeship right now that are like, I've been eyeing, but like, I think I will be able to resist those 2. I think I will just resist those. It's just, there's way too many, and I just need to badly fucking stop. Having more than 2 active orders at the same time is just getting a bit out of hand on Makeship. Yeah, Makeship stuff is good. Don't get that wrong, I have a lot. And with that one, there is no issues with the shipping information. I have it already show up the electronic confirmation in the DHL app. I'm just, as far as I know, everything's fine with that order. But yeah, I have a lot of plushies. I also would like to know something of my phase order that I did probably upwards of 9 months ago at this point, because I would really like to at least know that something is happening towards that one before I order more stuff from phase, because I really would like the Pippa Firehouse. That's like a must-have for me. The Pippa Firehouse. Get the 1 grit. I see. Yeah, I have a wide collection of Makeship plushies. I have quite a few of the Vishojo line. When they collab with Vishojo. I have Haruka, Melody, Kason, Henya, and Nazuna. Who's actually sitting up there? Like, I usually want one sitting on the top left of my couch, and you can sort of see the bottom of them usually on the webcam. Also have Neurosama, I have Neurosama, I have Lucy, I have Diariku is her name, her mascot. I mean, I have a picture on Twitter of all of them, and that's like also the current state still. I don't think any more have arrived in the meantime. Since then. Oh, yeah.
Line damage at the rear.
I guess everybody is tempted by the Porsche's ass. I mean, I always say Ferdinand is must have been an ass person of how much he put engines in the back of cars. We have like 5 laps to go or so. Fuel oh plenty. There's just no grip on these tires. Man, it does remind me a bit of the GTCs. But this struggle here. I did sign up for April 1st for a Nordschleife event with this car, with the 935. That's gotta be fun. Not. Now I'll log race with a car that, like, oh boy, eats its tires alive. I mean, I'm struggling in 35 minutes, guess how I'm gonna struggle in an hour. Fires are butts. Well, for Porsche it was clearly butts. But for me, I do like the Holy Trinity. I do like the Holy Trinity of thick. I probably prefer fires over bots. I don't know. It's like it's always about the composition, you know. It's composition and presentation, you know, like the key components. This remote brand folder contains such a variety, although you can tell I like tits. Yeah, fully squishes. That's what I mean with like presentation. The fully squish is able to quite enhance the presentation. Hello brakes, I would kindly seek braking power. I don't know if you heard of this concept before. It would be wildly appreciated if this actually works. Boobs. I'd find some funny German memes. Maybe you saw it on, I mean you're not Twitter really anymore. With that the porn bots are now coming in German edition as well. Who's heading in there? Also, I'm not sure if that car had a rear wing. Probably had. It is a type of bird. Ah, yes. The classic German meme of translate boobs. The German word for boobs. Into translate big tits. The German word for it into English, and then retranslate it back into in the German, and it will have successfully lost its meaning. From großen Titten over to great tits in English, and then it translates back to Kohlmeise. And I still have a race here to do a bit, and like we're coming up to 2 laps to go. Boy, I'm early on the brakes sometimes. I don't get it! Like, I'm braking at the same point, and sometimes the car will slow down, and sometimes it won't. Also, they suddenly swap positions again. I don't get it! It's not making sense. I do love how intermittent the brakes work. Pain there, yeah. Oh, come on, shit box. Do corners. I just want this over at this rate. My car just refuses to have pace tonight, and I'm just not gonna push that thing. And we have 1 more lap to go of this. And these guys will guaranteed try something.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
My brother in Christ, I definitely try to give you room there.
Last lap is Lichten. Stay focused.
Didn't I mention it before? It's the last one tomorrow. That I'm done then. You must have tuned out when I answered your question, like that it's the last exam, then I'm done with exams for this semester. With the next one coming up. With this next semester starting not next week, but the week after. That was my full answer of everything. Oh, yeah, I guess he torpedoed his chance. I guess he tried. I'm still trying to basically throw it away. Well then. 2 more corners to go. 7 tenths. As I bin the damn thing, that should be enough. I literally gapped them through the chicane. Well, that seals that one, at least. And he did come back to me a bit. He did get the fastest lap, but like, again, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I'm not gonna bitch and moan about them this time, like that's just... They ended up ending up worse every single time from trying to do stupid shit with me, so I'm just like, I can't care at that point. You know, if you fuck with me and I end up worse, then I will complain about it, but like, if however I can keep coming up on top, then I think I'm fine with it. Light graining on the tires, light blisters on the rear left even. Like, they just basically fried themselves. Oh boy. 935 Nur 01. I guess that can be used as like template for when we we're actually doing the race, right? Let's see. Here's lap 2. I'm turning in and yeah, he didn't even reach the reax. He just, like, I'm sorry. Like, I started turning like half an hour ago. Like, there's seconds between me having commanded a turn in, and you are basically driving into the rear of me. And the luck for me is that I helped the car still. Play stupid games and you win extra stupid prizes. And then he tried something similar on the penultimate lap here. I mean, I wasn't particularly... Yeah, I got sideways there, that's why he sniffed an opportunity. I am sorry. Like, I started again, turning like half an hour ago. You have no overlap whatsoever. You're coming in too late. I open up my steering.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And you still died. So I'm sorry, but like, I'm not sorry. You done goofed up. I'm not taking too much complaints there. Like, you've came in too hot, too late. I understand why you did it, because you thought there was now an opportunity finally to get the pass done on the Porsche. But boy, oh boy, you were wrong. I mean, my car seems to be an utter pain in the ass to pass. Like, that's for sure. It's slow as all hell. But like, these guys can't just figure out a way by. I mean, the issue in part is like, I have good acceleration. Decent acceleration still, and especially in the straight line, I'm just like unbeatable. Yeah, that seems to be a bit of a problem for most people. He just got eaten there at the start. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I was early on the brakes because I wanted to make the corner. Like, for me, it was facing the wrong way now. What was the other? Because I think Flax also hit me once. Yeah, it's very noticeable that the 935 is just terribly bobbed. It's like it's not a good car. And I'm not even sure if like bopping it properly is gonna fix it really. It's just, it's so goddamn slow over stints. It's unbelievable. Like it just chews its tires completely up and then just... So yeah, probably for long term I need to switch to a different GT2 car, but like, you know, how many GT2 series have I got to drive, really? I'm pondering to enter the endurance series that will use the notch life of GT3s. There will also be a question of what car to drive for that one. Could drive the generic McLaren, I could bring something a bit else. I'm just not sure what car to pick. If they have Bob, I need to check if they have Bob, because if they have BOP then we might bring the Nissan. Nissan is pretty cool. Although now on the other hand, even with Bob the Nissan is, you know, not great. Oh yeah, he tries. Give him room. Continue to give him a least chunk of room. And then he just isn't really able to hang around the outside, and now just... Okay, I see Flax gave the position to Blovsky just specifically just to try hunt me down. I see how it is. This was tactical. Calculated. Definitely know he did at some point lunge at me into the corner. Is this snap? Oh yeah. Oh. Ah, he didn't actually return the position intentionally. I understand now. And yeah, he was on a trajectory to kind of blow the corner. I think he might have been able to stay in track limits, but like it was definitely ambitious, but like the one lunge that like actually sort of worked out. I mean, I'm still turning already, so like he doesn't have overlap, but like at least we're heading towards the apex, and before I even reach the apex, he has like his car halfway alongside me, so like, and then even at the apex ahead, so it's like, you know, I mean, in F1 this is technically even a legal move at that point, but it's like... I let myself be bounced off there a bit. And then retake the position. I mean, at least this is... Sports car, that's still like a really dirty move. It's unfortunately for him, he lost the car there. Due to that slight bump. For me it was yeah, I don't get why he's lost it there. That's just weird. Well, wait, I flicked the wrong lap. Is that the correct one? No, this isn't. Definitely isn't it. This is the correct one. I mean, yeah, he's probably locked up, that's kind of the reason. So he's sort of like, that small bump was enough for the car to just unsettle. For good. Because he was just desperately trying to not fly off the circuit in the process of it. And I was like, well, I mean, you tip checked, so I guess I'm gonna take a wide line. Yeah, this Porsche seems to be an utter menace to everyone. I don't know, I mean, nobody else is picking it, so I can't figure it out how difficult it's actually to pass this damn thing. All I know it is, like, from my personal testing at the Nürburgring, the car's not really that quick. Honestly, like, in straight line speed terms, this car isn't even that good. Like, the Merc is much faster. I don't know why we don't have a Merc on the grid. We have KTMs, which I find not too competitive. The Maserati definitely is. Oh yeah, I don't get why nobody's entered the Merc yet. Like, that would be an obvious choice of a car. And we definitely had some people join mid-season here. Pretty sure the guy is... I mean, I could check on the standings. Blovsky and Flax. Let's see. Have they attended any of the previous rounds? Gallery in Virtual Motorsports. Those guys. No, I'm not interested in your stupid competition there. That's SRO competition. I do not care. Like that's like a negative that you're hosting that to me. Oh yeah, they've actually already uploaded the results of that. Oh, that's cool. Already have results. Already tuned out. 91 points to 64. Yikes. Right. Jeff Holland. Yeah, Flux, this was his first round. Yes, I was puzzled if I had seen him before, but no, he... But the other guy, where is he? I think he's missing even in the standings. Hold on a second. We're missing our third place driver. Yeah, third place wasn't even signed up for this league. Well, that's like a bombshell. Race results. Yeah, Radek Blovsky. Not signed up. Doesn't have a SimGrid rating. You can't click on the profile. Doesn't have a side number here. Standings. Yeah, he doesn't exist. Probably a friend of, you know, one of the guys, and of Flux likely. He's a Czech driver, by the way. So if a German beating up Poles and Czechs, yeah. And technically there's one British person, but like he hasn't attended the round since. I mean, he's signed out of championships, like there's that one. Alright, but with 91 points now, coming into final 2 rounds. Against my rival. This. Yeah, it's just not great for them. How many points is that? That is... math, please. 27? If my math checks out right now. 27 points. That I am ahead of P2 in the standings. So that's more than a race win. I can technically skip an entire round at this rate. At least if I keep, obviously, the points losses to a minimum in the rest of the rounds. It would be a bit too tight. But you know, we can still challenge effectively for... At some point he hits me or something into the final corner. I was like, well. Love how I found it. I immediately found the incidents. Rough guess, and then boing, and I just take a casual drift there, and that's fine. I'm just like... Yeah, the Porsche is... It is a... Like, it sometimes disguises itself as not being... It's not having quite the Porsche-isms, but like... Man, it is a bitch to drive at times. It's a really cool looking car. The engine sound isn't quite as good. Like, it looks really cool. It drives, at times. Other times it's like kind of fun to drive. And then other times it's yeah, it's a fine car, I guess. Let's throw the gloves over there. It's nearly 10 PM. I have to get up early tomorrow, so I will tune out now. That's it for me. Stretchies. We're not doing 3 hours of BMG drive, that's for sure. That's not happening tonight. We're staying at just about an hour worth of stream. Oh yeah, an hour and 12. I guess we had some productive streaming here tonight. Right, so do we have something happening on the Opera's Discord? Right. Okay. Let me grab my controllers and wave goodbye. We shall be back in the future, hopefully. I will see if I will drive this weekend. But once the exam tomorrow is done, I might also do just more sporadic streams. It's just I had no energy this week left to do anything that isn't... just no energy whatsoever. It's been really a struggle over the last... I don't know, a while at this point. It's been an issue a while. It's not been yesterday where this issue started, right? Okay then. I shall say good night. And bye bye. Usually I have my hands resting on my steering wheel, but you know, that looks a bit weird. Usually that's offside, but this looks weird. So goodbye.